Yeah, okay. No, I think my stream is finally working. I was struggling so hard for this to work, and finally it's working. I tried yesterday to trade with you guys on stream, capturing some W's, and then it just was not working, and I don't know why for the life of me. But, anyways, hi everyone, happy Thursday. I hope you guys are all good. Let me plug in my laptop. My laptop is about to die. Let's hang out for a bit. Let's hang out for like the next hour or so, and then see if there's any potential trades to take. Maybe I'll pick up an eval. If not, it's chill. I'm very happy with today overall, and yeah. All right, laptop is charged. Okay, make sure the stream is actually connected. Oh, beautiful. Okay, it looks like it's connected. I'm so happy. Yes. Hey, what's up, Round Wolf? Rand Wolf. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. What a day. Oh my gosh, price was so interesting. There's so many opportunities today. It was crazy. But how are you doing? How is everything? Okay, let me there we go. Okay, make sure. Yes. So OBS had a weird thing on my laptop. I'm not sure if it updated or it just chose to like disconnect, but it was not connected to my YouTube anymore. So I tried a live stream yesterday. Didn't work. And I'm pretty sad about that because caught some pretty cool trades yesterday. And at the same time, I had to re-add everything onto OBS, but it wasn't working. It was so weird why it was not connecting. And it was talking about the encoder, and I added the stream key. I connected my YouTube channel as recommended on there. I did both options, and it didn't work. So come to find out later that night that apparently it said on my YouTube that I was like planning to go live when I was what I thought live the whole time. And I just thought no one was joining the stream, so I thought, okay, it's fine. Like, I'm here to just have fun. People can look back on this stream. It's totally cool. I streamed for like an hour and a half yesterday, just for none of it to be actually recorded or streamed or even on my channel. So that was really, really annoying, but it is what it is. I'm just glad that now it's working and I can see your guys' comments. Hey, what's up, Amelia? Oh, well, hey, I'm glad you're able to make this one. Yeah, we'll probably hang out for like a good hour, maybe, and go from there. But yeah, I wanted to catch up and talk and all the good things. So, talk about some trades today, talk about what happened this past week, and then I do have a video that I'm going to be uploading tomorrow. It's going to be premiering, I think, at 5:30 or 6 a.m. PST. I'm just talking about the journey the last 3 weeks. And yeah, so that's going to go out tomorrow. But I was so annoyed of OBS, so I'm glad it's all good now. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day. How's everyone's day so far? Hey, what's up, Musica? Happy Thursday, October 9th, 2025, you guys. We're 8 days into Q4. So crazy. Excuse me. All right, so I'm a bit pumped right now. I was feeling all types of emotions today, you guys. So I'm going to run you through what happened this morning, and I did record it. So I'm going to post it on my channel as well, the whole trade that I was in. I'm going to speed it up because it was 2 hours and 15 or 16 minutes. As you can see down here, it was a very, very long trade, which, mind you, it should have been this one right here, this loss of 715. It should have been this trade that I held until 1017. And I'll explain why and everything right now. And that trade recap video is going to probably go up this weekend. I'm going to aim for this weekend just because tomorrow I already have my psychology video going up, just talking about my journey and whatnot and where my mind was at or has been at. And then the trade recap video, I hope to have it up this weekend or maybe by Monday. I just, based on like my audience analysis and analytics and all that, it shows that some people are on at certain times and da da da. So I just want to make sure it's uploaded at a reasonable time for people if they want to look at it. But I do want to talk about it on stream with you guys right now because I just got off of that trade, and yeah. So I posted about it on my Twitter right now. Right here. There she is, nice and cute. So yeah, this is the trade. Literally, you can see the screen. So same thing. And yeah, so let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. So, this morning was really interesting. We had in my opinion, a pretty bearish morning. If I go over to my trading view, this is where I honestly like to do the actual markups of everything. I have my Fibonacci tool right here, and in the middle of my trade is when I actually put it up. But essentially, I had it on before I got into my trade to recognize, hey, like this could be a possible leg. Let me mute myself. I need to do a quick cough, actually. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. So this is a really huge leg that we made, right? We had to tap into the 2-hour demand. Well, we broke through this one. Then we had to tap into this one. So with, demand, in my opinion, it's a way for momentum to pick up and go in the direction of the bulls. So we had a really crazy move up. In this case, we also started to base out in the 2-hour previous demand that was broken through. So I went ahead and I put my fib at the bottom of this guy, which happens to be a 1-hour demand. And this is the start of a bullish candle, the start of the quote unquote trend change to go back to the upside. So that's why I did this whole leg with the Fibonacci, and I came up with these levels right here. So coming to 6 a.m. right here, this candle, we started to already push into the 61.8. I'm like, okay, that's good to know. Second thing, we have two basing candles right here, which I did use for my trades yesterday with helping with all-time highs. Very, very tricky time yesterday. Very, very tricky. But we made it happen, secured some wins. Also had locked in a payout today with two different firms. We'll talk about that too. But anyways, saw that we had pushed into the 61.8. Saw that we had two basing candles that were finally being retested after that crazy move higher. And from here, I'm like, okay, we have lower highs, pretty obvious. There's nothing crazy to be spoken about. Lower highs, we have lower lows, we have pushes into our demand. We have a 1-hour supply right here being formed. So I'm thinking I want bears. I'm short all day. And all my trades I took today, primarily, I think I'd have to look at the rest of my other accounts, but at least on this account specifically, all of them were short trades. So going back into my trading view, right here, let's go into the 5 now. From here, I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on with finding a trade to take it lower. Into the 15-minute time frame. Now I'm like, okay, I want to see where the 15-minute candle is at 6:30, which is right here, 6:30 a.m. It's a 76 candle move. Great. That is great. So from here, now what I want to do, 76 divided by 2 is 38, if my math is right, which is right about here. And then our next one after that would be obviously the full 76, which is also right here, which lines up perfectly with the 38.2 fib. Also lines up pretty close to my key level on the hour time frame. Also lines up pretty close to what was, which they're all gone. You can see these lines. We had the 1 hour at the 190s. Well, we created one at 193 previously. And then we had one that was sitting here for a while at 190, which I wanted to use as momentum to push to my final TP at the 179.75, which we did. And then we have a final TP down here, 4-hour liquidity at 172 to 174, give or take, which that was my ultimate, ultimate. If we could push into it, that's great. But otherwise, I'm just happy with taking it off at the 179.75 TP. So anyways, we have all that listed out. We understand where our price or where we're headed, at least where I want price to head to, which is the short side. We are finding respect with the lower highs and the lower lows. We have our EMA with respect to that too, and I think this is the 50. Yep, here's our 50 EMA. Let's look at the 25. Okay, great, even better. I mean, we have perfect taps off of them. So looking at the EMA this morning too, we were clearly respecting it on the 5 and on the 1 minute. Even with the chop, we were still respecting it. So in my opinion, trend is lower. I want bears all the way, all the way. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna start taking positions. So took positions on M and Q first, which I can show you guys those right here. Where's 10.9? There it goes. So right here, started taking a bunch of M and Q positions, a lot of them. I started scaling in. I scaled in 3, and then another 3, and then I think 1 or something like that. And then I was like, okay, cool. I'm done with M and Q. At this point, I'm up like 500 something dollars on the day because I also had my previous day, I think, profits that it added into. So I'm like, okay, cool, beautiful. I'm up pretty significantly and I have a cushion. I feel comfortable to start taking NQ. And at this point, again, still following the same bias, you saw everything was short. Took another short, took it for 12 points. And then this is where the whole final trade idea came into play. I don't remember what this one was, but hey, it was a win. So this one is the big one because this is a huge, huge learning lesson for me. And I think this further adds to my playbook conviction and the confidence that I have with it, especially with one-to-ones. So I'm very excited about this conversation piece and being able to screenshot it and add to my journal. My journal, I just have screenshots of all the trades I've taken, and it's very clear about the confluences that have aligned for said trades to work on those pictures. Whether I've taken them or not, it just makes sense, and it just, again, builds that confidence. So here we have a 5-minute supply. This is the $715 loss trade, and also the same thing for the recent 1315 positive trade. So we have a 5-minute, well, first we have this supply actually. We have this 5-minute supply that is built first, which we'll do that. Cool. 5-minute supply built right here. And then we build an even stronger one right down here. Boom. Let me bring it out more. 5-minute. Okay. So we have two 5-minute supplies, overhead stack. We have EMAs following suit. We have, I have VWAP on here, but I digress. We don't need to talk about VWAP. But we have two 5-minute supplies. We have EMAs on the 5 and the 1 following trend bearish. We have lower highs on the higher time frame. So we want shorts. So the moment that we have a push, let me get an arrow. Where is my arrow? Oh my gosh, I always fail to find where the arrow is. So frustrating. Oh my goodness. Where is it? Nope. Okay, you guys, I'm tripping. I'm straight up tripping right now. No, that's not it. Oh my gosh, here it is. Let me do this because I always like to use my arrow. Oops. Okay, so we have that 5-minute and that 5-minute created. It's very ugly, right? It's very ugly because we have these long wicks, but at the same time, I talked about in yesterday's live stream, which obviously is not on the channel because of everything I just shared with you. But we had, I was one forward testing with how wicks work with supply and demand zones, especially on the lower time frame. And then two, because we have a double stack and it's following the the bearish bias, looking for shorts, it just made more sense to use it versus not use it. So anyways, we had that double supply, so I wanted to see a nice closure here. And this is a more safer entry, and the reason why I say safer entry is because there is obviously opportunity to have entered right around here, right? A small push up into that area, but either way, like it's all preference. For me, we have that push up. We have a long wick here. So we do have the push up in. You could have entered any time here, right, as a little bit more aggressive, but to be safe, I entered at the close of the 5 minutes, showing that bears are in fact in control and wanting to push price lower. Then we have, obviously we're in the position at like 229.75 down here. And so from there, I'm like, okay, I see the third candle right here where it's a nice bearish close. We have another bearish close. I like that. But then obviously price starts to develop a trend. So I build out my line the first time. I draw a little line like this. I'm like, okay, there's the first one. Let's see if it holds. Might be a bear flag. And then price starts to just creep its way. I'm like, oh my God, it's a V-shaped recovery. It is a V-shaped recovery. If we go on the 1 hour time frame, it's going to come for all of these liquidities right here. It's going to take us out, and that's it. The rest is history. Like, we're going to get stopped out. This sucks. And then price starts to move up. Right here, price starts to creep. And I'm like, okay, it's starting to build legs. There's liquidity being stacked, pushing off. Like, it's starting to look like a pretty balanced candle. This candle looks a little bit more like bears are really trying to reject it from this area. I'm like, okay, that's nice. And then this one starts to move up. Then this one has a really strong upward closing bullish candle. I'm like, dude, I don't like this at all. I just don't like this. So already before this point, I had already exited the position at 65.5, taking a loss of $715. It was such a bummer. Just to see that price was like, no, actually, it is bearish. It is bearish. And it never hit my stop loss. It would have never hit the stop loss. Stop loss is placed right here, literally at the top of the supply zone, which is at 76.75, roughly 77. Never hits it. I'm like, dude, Are you being for real? Are you being for real? I only exited because emotionally I was just not feeling it. I was like, dude, I can save myself exit 65. It's at 77. Save myself about 10 to 12 points, give or take. I'd rather just save the 200 bucks and put it towards another trade. And at this time, I was like only up like 100 something in profit on the day. So I'm like, okay, like that's fine, you know? Like if I took the SL up here at 76, 77, I would have been red on the day. That's all. I was acting straight off of impulse and emotions, just thinking about the money, straight up the money. Like, oh, I'd rather be still up on the day. I'd rather not lose as much money. I'd rather just save myself the disgrace and look for another trade. So crazy that that happened because I kid you not, you can see here, as soon as I get out of that position, 8 o'clock, I re enter again 2 minutes into that 5 minute candle for the 244.75 entry. I'm like, dude, I didn't have to lock in that loser. It just didn't make sense. Like if I follow my system, if I followed what the playbook is, obviously hindsight I see it never hit it. It could have easily swept it, right? I could have saved myself 200 bucks. But the point was that I needed to do better with finding patience and consistency with executing to my playbook. And I am low key have been struggling with that. Like for some trades, every now and then on trade day, my competition count, I've been not executing to my system, and it shows because I blew the account 2 days ago. Thankfully, I'm back up in the green. I think I might be able to make it back on the leaderboard. Hopefully, cross my fingers. Coming to tonight when everything updates. But you know, these are like things that I've been preaching about for myself to work on, and so I would do myself a disservice to not allow my system or playbook, I'm sorry, my playbook to actually play out. Like that's imagine right in the Super Bowl we have whatever. Let's talk about the Patriots because Tom Brady is a goat, right? Let's talk about when the Patriots were in the Super Bowl and there's a play that Brady wanted to run, and then 3/4 way in, he's like, "Oh, actually, let's change it. Let's change it." Like, do you think maybe that might have gave him more wins with the Super Bowl, like more rings, or do you think that would have actually made them lose? So it just I was thinking of it like that. I'm like, dude, people don't always switch up that fast, and yes, like you can. I think in trading, there's a lot of adjustments that could be made, and anything can happen with news, headlines, tweets with the president, a bunch of random stuff. But for me, I thought of it like, well, if my focus is to stop BSing around, get a little bit better with consistency, I should do that, especially on this live account, this pre-live account. Like that would be wrong to not only myself but also the risk team. It would be wrong for my playbook. It would be wrong for my system. It's just not right. So finally I re-entered after having this really quick rant in my head. And mind you, I have a lot of conversations in my head. Caught me crazy, whatever. I talk to myself when I trade too. But yeah, so I re-entered, and at this point I'm okay, like I'm just gonna let it play. I honestly, whatever. If it hits my stop loss, it'll hit my stop loss. If it hits my TP, it'll hit my TP. So my entry 44.75. 44. I'm gonna put it over here on the side so it's easier to see it. 44.75. Okay. So I had my stop here at the higher supply because like just in case price wants to wick and then come back down, I wanted to give a little bit of space, especially because I had a higher entry. It's totally fine. And then TP is all the way down here at the original TP level. So we're going for a 1 to a 1.48. 44 points of a stop loss, 65-point win. 44 points times 20 is like over $800, like 880 bucks or 40 bucks, 840 bucks, which is a big loss, right? But I have the ability to hold one contract and $840 on my current balance. Like I'm still able to trade another day. And given how price has been very volatile, I understand that one, there's chances for price to go for my 1 to 2s. And also, number two is that there's still always going to be opportunity where my strategy does play out and it happens more than it doesn't work. Especially the moments where I do trail my stop loss in profit, then either way, like I'm still either break even or I'm securing some profits securing my stop loss in profit, or it goes to my 1 to 1 or sometimes a 1 to 2. And knowing that there's a higher percentage of my price hitting or of price hitting my TPs versus not hitting TPs, I think my win rate is like 70%, 60 to 70%, something around that area. Some days are better than others, right? But because I know this average idea, I'm like, okay, I'm very comfortable with all of this. It's fine. So price does its thing, right? We see it go down. I could have exited the first time to secure some wins, but I don't. I don't. Comes all the way back up. I'm like, dude, it's gonna stop me out. This is so annoying. And at this point, I'm feeling emotional, where I'm like, emotionally just disappointed in myself because I didn't take profit, and emotionally disappointed in myself because I re-entered knowing that potentially it's a V shape, or more, or at this point it's a W, right? Like, how we have double bottoms and it goes back up. But I don't exit. Why? Because I'm like, dude, it's part of the playbook, right? You know what bias you have. You know what your playbook is looking for. Like, you just have to freaking let it do its thing. You have to. And so I was like, I can't exit this trade just because I see green. I can't exit this trade just because I see red. If it's meant to work, it's meant to work. And that's it. Like, this today was like just one of those days where I'm like, I just don't want to mess around. So I left the chart. I left it all running up. Again, I have it all recorded. I left the chart running and I went to go put dishes away. I went to make myself a little breakfast. Well, actually figure out breakfast, but it turns out I didn't make anything because I just had a protein shake, which I spilled a little bit on my desk. I went to go fix some of my clothes. I went to do like little things around the house. And then I came back. Price was still doing its thing. I'm like, okay, great, great. Like, you're still moving very annoyingly, but it's fine. I That's fine. So continue to let the trade do its thing. And then at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm bored. I'm actually really bored of what's happening here. This is ugly and chop. So I went to go look at other people's YouTube streams. I was watching YouTube videos. Some people that I was watching were saying, oh, this is time for a bullish move. Like, we have a double bottom, we have a push off the trend, we have indicators saying it's time to go up. And I'm like, oh, crap. If three or two, at least two of these people that I'm watching are saying it's going to go up, it's going to go up. Like, I feel genuinely stupid right now, but I still don't do anything about it. I still leave it alone because I'm like, hey, again, reminder, Tom Brady wouldn't change his playbook or his play in the middle of a freaking, like, in the middle of the Super Bowl, right? When he's like, literally, they say he has a ball, and then he doesn't say, hey, like, let's stop, let's change things around. Like, he doesn't do that. So I'm like, okay, same thing for me. I'm in it. The worst that can happen is I lose 800 something dollars, or I win, what is this, 13-15, give or take. Cool. So then keep letting it do its thing. I'm still watching the YouTube videos, and then it starts to tank. And I'm like, oh, I like that. Then we see this bounce, and then I'm like, I don't like that. Right here is where I'm like, okay, questioning. I start drawing up on the chart. If this was a bullish move, what would that look like, right? You obviously have to like plan ahead about why your trade works, why it doesn't. So I started to really sit down with myself. It was sometime around here. I don't know if it was exactly right now during this point, but there was many times where I'm like talking to myself, where is this trade not going to work? So we have a demand here, right? We had to push into demand. We held up really strong above it. We had a nice bullish close, trying to show that maybe we have a potential to reclaim. So I'm thinking right here, okay, maybe this is a long position, 1-to-1. I'm sorry, there we go. I'm trying to think, okay, maybe this is a 1-to-1. Maybe it's a sweep of all the levels, all the liquidity being built, and then it's a rejection lower. But this looks valid to me, right? We have a push up, we have a strong bullish close here, but we have no retrace into demand. Now we have a retrace into demand, and we have a bullish closure. I'm like, okay, this is great. Oops, that's supposed to be like that. This is great for a bull long. So I'm like, okay, this is where price can definitely go against me, and I'm going to get stopped out. Obviously, it doesn't, because right after that, it creates a 5-minute supply again. So we have a 5-minute supply right here. Measure out the price range like I normally do. It's very close. I don't think it's exactly 50%, but it's close. So we have another 5-minute supply that is built. Like, oh, I like that. That's pretty nice. So then we move lower. We have a tap into it, right here, and then a closure here. I'm like, ooh, I like that. That's nice too. We sweep out the demand. So I'm like, this is no longer valid at all. Now all we have left is this guy. And the part that I need to continue to forward test to get an understanding is this right here. This long wick off of the 5-minute demand. It's trying to understand, do these wicks truly matter? Or do they not matter? Or do they sometimes matter? From what I've gathered so far in my forward testing is that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So right now I'm just going to say 50-50, and that's not based off like real official numbers. It's just based on what I see when I do remember to see it. So I'm like, okay, well, I still want bears, right? Obviously, that's why I'm in the short for so long, 2 hours plus. I still want bears. I know where my target is. I have a bunch of liquidity stacked to the downside. I have a 38.2 fib on the 1 hour leg to the upside. We have lower lows. We have lower highs. Everything just makes sense to me, but it always can go against me, right? It's showing that we have a demand, we have another demand, we have a trend line. I showed you guys my trend line pictures of when we have 1 to 3 risk to rewards off of trend line bounces with demand zones, and those have worked multiple times over the last 2-3 weeks. I have all the screenshots of those too to help me build conviction off of trend line bounces with demand zones. And yet today I still continue to hold. And then we saw this 5-minute supply right here. Again, ugly, not picture perfect, not exactly 50%, but it's showing that we have these blocks in price that are lower highs. We have a break of the trend line, and we're failing to go back up. We have a break, retest, and a failure to actually go back and reclaim it. So I'm like, okay, like I feel very confident at this point. Nothing's gonna stop me. Move my stop. So it was originally here, then move my stop to here. Once I saw we had this rejection, move stop to there, something like that, and then finally moving stop to right around here, 17 points, and then realized it was wrong, and then put it at 15.75, I think, or something like that. I'm trying to line it up to here. What was this one right here? It's this one. So this was like the final stop. I'm like, okay, if it comes all the way back up above this 5-minute supply right here, then this was just a manipulation to grab bears, trap them, and push to go higher. But clearly, like, we never came back up there, and instead price continued to fail lower, and then we finally had our final TP. So again, this first loss could have been avoided if I just followed my system. That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at, outside of explaining what I was feeling and going through and the context of my trade. But I'm so that's the part I'm not proud of. I'm not proud of exiting just because I acted off of emotions, and the emotions came that they stemmed from P&L, because I was looking at being down however many points that was, being 10, 12 points away from my stop loss, trying to save some money so I have money to trade for my next trade, which didn't even matter anyways. So that's why I'm not proud of that exit. I'm really not. If it hit my stop loss, I'm proud of the exit, because at least I let it play out to my strategy. So then the second time around, I am proud of the way that I was able to hold through 2+ hours to let it hit TP, or if it hit stop loss, because even though I was feeling a lot of emotions, I want to document on my channel right now that even though I was feeling a lot of emotions and I wanted to act on that impulse, and my Shark Week is like literally supposed to be coming like right now, so I definitely feel a lot of symptoms from my Shark Week, I still was able to stay sound and logical to see that I'm going based off of price. I'm not trying to do myself a disservice by exiting again. Even though it came into green here and it came all the way back up, I could have exited in a red again of another $715 loss if I really wanted to, but I didn't, and for that I'm very proud of it. So yeah, anyways, that's my whole spiel of what happened this morning on at least the important 2 trades I want to cover, because just so many lessons to take from it, and just a huge confidence booster, not to make me feel egotistical, but a confidence booster to know that, again, this is a great example of my playbook working out. I think I already screenshotted it. If not, I'm gonna screenshot it right now. Let me make sure I screenshot this. Okay, there we go. So then I can add this to my journal, right? The collecting data that I have and showing that there is always going to be multiple setups for my playbook. So far, every single day, I have seen a minimum of 1 setup with my playbook. So there's chances that there could be more, and I think if I go back, I probably do have more, but the point is that I don't need to take every single one per se. I can if I want to, but the point is that there is opportunity. And I'm trying to grind that message in my head. There is opportunity. So, yeah. That's everything, guys. Okay, let me go to chat now because that was such a long conversation. But I wanted to document that. I needed to be had. So, okay, where are we at? All right. Hey, what's up, Prayer Kid? Happy Thursday. What's up? Kyle, good morning. Joelle. I'm currently in the pre-live, so yes, it's supposed to be like the bridge to the official live, if you will. I try to ask when that official move will be, but they said they don't have like a time frame. It's just depending on like how I trade. So it's either I can blow this account entirely and then see what my next steps are if I'm able to buy accounts with them again or not. And then the other option is obviously I get moved to a live. So yeah, it's been pretty good so far. It's daily payouts, so been able to use that, and I'm very excited. I don't know if I'm able to request a payout right now. I think it's in a couple hours, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. But yeah, that's where I'm at with this account. Let me see here. Yeah, I can request a payout actually right now. So yeah, let's do it. Let's see. So my max withdrawal amount I can take out right now is $2,012. I think I'm gonna let's do it on a Rise. My email. I kind of want to leave a little bit of a buffer room for me. I don't need to, but I also kind of want to. So let's see here. Actually, should I do it now or should I do it later? No, I'm doing it now. Let me do a little bit of math. 2012 minus 6 grand. Oh no, that's wrong. I'm sorry. 2012 times 80%. $1,600 payout. That's pretty good. Kind of also want to do maybe only $1,500 of a payout. So if I keep 8,012 in there, take out 1,500 to be 6,512. So maybe we do 1,512 instead. So then I have exactly 6,500. So then I have $500 of small wiggle room for my micros. Actually, maybe I'll do a little bit more than that. I think I'll do I think I'll do 1737. So I have $275 of wiggle room above my starting balance. I think that might be better. Alright, yeah, I'll probably do that. I'm going to sit on it. I'm not sure if I want to do 1737 or with 1737 plus 25 or 1762. Something like that. I'll do one of the two numbers. But anyways, yeah. To answer your question, so yeah, that's the account I'm in right now. Yeah, Prairie Kid, exactly. I was acting off of P&L for the first trade. So I'm very thankful the second time I didn't do that. Appreciate you, Dean. I have so much more work to be done. I mean, clearly this was a great example of that. I'm not, that's why I say I'm not the most super duper consistent profitable traders, because I don't act consistently on my system sometimes. There's days where I'm like perfect to the T. And I'm like, dude, this is what it feels like to be good at trading, like good as far as like following your rules and your system no matter what happens. And then there's other days where I'm just like, screw it, just see what sticks, and that's not how it should be. So it's been nice that most of my days now have been leaning more towards like following the system, but I still make mistakes. I'm not perfect, but I appreciate you. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Kirk? What's up? Per kid, me wicks on the bigger time frame, significant move works. Ooh, good to know. Astro Boy Ken, need a better mic or speak up. Keep up the good work. Oh, is my mic not that good? Let me see. It should be on my headset. Please let me know if it's still too low, everyone. I appreciate that. I'm still using the gaming headset that I've been using. Ooh, Vitalis, thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you being a member. Oh, I appreciate you. Kirk, what's up, Kirk? Yeah, now our bad karma, right? Yeah, you're right. You're right. Maybe I should just take the payout right now. Okay, let me do that right now so then I don't Yeah, I think I'll do 1762. 1762. So I keep $250 in the pre-live. So in case, tomorrow, um, if I want to take a payout, if I don't take any trades, I could still take a payout of $250. So that would still be nice to have to say that I paid myself, right? So let's do that. So 1762, RiseWorks, confirm. Oh, let me do my verification. Where's that at? Verification right here. Oops, sorry, hit the mic. Sorry if that was loud, guys. Okay. Top one, 627. Cool. Yay. Okay. Sweet. So I submitted the payout. How exciting. How exciting. Let me see if I can pull up my email. Just gonna show you guys my cute little email. Here we go. Payout submitted. Pop out. Email. Sweet. Okay. And then go to OBS. You gotta go to the little screen. Okay, cool. There she is. And there we go. So there is my little payout submission. Cool. 1 second. Let me move it to the side. Okay. There we go. Nice. So yeah, 1762 and then 80% split. So 1409. And now we just gotta wait for it to come to the bank account. Hopefully I get approved for it quickly. That would be nice. That would always be nice. But sometimes their process takes a few hours longer than I expect. So essentially they say it's anywhere between like 8 to 24 hours business time to process it. So yeah, hopefully we can get it sooner than later. But yeah, let me see. Okay, the chats. Mike's good, sounds fine. Everything okay, everyone says it's good except for you, Astro Boy. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe is the volume too low for you? Because it seems like majority of the people are saying it sounds good. Okay. So yeah, let's see. I don't know if there's any more roll trades for me to really take as far as my live account goes. So what I'm gonna do is, how do I lock myself out? It's not allowing me to. Usually there's like a little button right here, which is interesting. I don't know why I can't do that. I don't know. Go settings, I suppose. And then we can just do set lockout all day. There we go. Cool. Alright, there we go. I don't know why the button wasn't there, but nice. Alright. Frozzy says can't hear. Oh no, okay, so you guys really can't hear me. That's so weird how some people can hear me and other people cannot hear me. I'm not sure why that is. It shows on OBS that the mic is on and that it's speaking. But okay, let me delete all this craziness. So, yeah. So nice little 1 to 4. I'm just very happy about it. Like it just, wow. It went from a 1 to 1 to then becoming a 1 to 4. Like I'm trying to get better at risk to reward. Like always at least trying to keep near a 1 to 1. Sometimes then go to risk to reward like it happens, but doing my best to try to keep it at least a 1 to 1. But, things happen. Things happen. So, yeah. I think that we can't always, you can't predict price with the risk to reward tool. Like, you can't just be like, oh, like, there's a long position here, and you have to take this one to the 1.41 or whatever. Price is going to move how it wants. And so, I still have that open-mindedness about that, and that's why the negative risk to reward is okay. And that's why also 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4 is okay. But at least getting close to a 1 to 1 is like my very basis, just because you need 60% win rate with a 1-to-1 to be considered profitable. If I have 50% win rate with a 1-to-1, then I'm always going to be break even. So that's why. That's part of it too. All right. Okay, let's see. Round Wolf sounds great. Okay, Astro Boy. Thought it was me, but when the ads pop up, it gets super loud, so I know it's not me. Oh, wow. Okay, sorry about that, Astro Boy. That's weird how, yeah, I'm not sure. I have absolutely zero idea. Let me unplug and then replug in my mic. Maybe that might work. Okay. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay, cool. So I feel like right now, let's see, price is gonna maybe retest this trend line. Let's see if we can have a nice retest. This actually looks pretty decent right here. If this was a bullish candle, that'd be nice, but it is kind of like a pin. So this could be a nice move back into the range, to be honest with y'all. If we can get a closure above this, and then stops would be like maybe down here, or maybe even like right here. No, maybe like right here actually. Something like that. Back to H1 key level. If we get a nice closure. 2 minutes left on the candle, so let's see if we actually get it. Let me move this over to the side. Again, I need to see a nice closure above this guy to reclaim it as a possible demand, and then also reclaiming this 5-minute supply into demand. And then also I just removed it, but this was marked as the 5-minute demand over here when I was trying to figure out, hey, is this a potential area for us to bounce off of? So if we can hold all this, I think a nice pullback of up might work. So let's see if we can do that. We already swept all the higher time frame liquidity, I believe. Yeah, we took the 1 hour, we took the 4 hour, we tapped into here. We could always retap back into this 2-hour demand, which let me remove it and mark it out as 2-hour. H2. So let's see if we can get that. 1 to 3. Let me see if I can connect to my demo. I think this is my demo. Yeah, okay. This is my demo account. Let's see if we can do a potential trade. We get a nice close here in the next minute. Only problem is that I don't know where I would place my stop. You know, would it be underneath this guy? Would it be under the initial basing candle here? That's the only thing. And I feel like yes. So let's see. How do I do it? It's trade. There we go. There's a limit. Limit goes here. TP. Oh, let me move this 1 to 1. Okay, that did get swept through though for the basing candle. But let's try it. Oh, wait, why is my... Oh, no. Uh-oh. Okay, this needs to go up 115. This says it's 1 to 1 though. That's actually quite strange. 187.5 and then yeah, I don't know why oh, it's because my buy limit is off. It's wrong. So let's see if we can get any pullback down here into this area, like around 18 or even 15, and see if we can take a forward testing trade. Where's our 1 minute first? Try to see if we can get back into the range. Okay, it's creating that push off of it so far. Move that out of the way. Let's see if we get this. This is a demo trade, guys, just because I already locked myself out of my live account, as you can see. So I'd rather take a demo trade. This is just to get like my get potential like a forward testing moment here, and then because I do want to place another trade, let's just see what happens. This isn't the most best trade, I will easily say. I'm not feeling 100% confident in it, and there's two reasons why. One, we already swept the basing candle here, so it already took out what would have been the original like stop. And then two, I mean, I was bearish bias this morning, right? I mean, I could always flip my bias, but like to go from bearish to bullish or bullish to bearish, right? I could always flip it. However, just given how the 5-minute is still having lower highs and lower lows, and the 1-minute is partially respecting the EMA. Actually, right here we flipped. Never mind. I take back what I said about the 1-minute, but the 5-minute we still have the lower highs and lower lows. So yeah, this is a little bit of a counter trade. But the reason why I did get in is because, one, it looks like we are trying to rebalance to come back above the previous demand that was created here, breaking above the previous supply, taking it through. Also, we have this created here too, where we had the sweep of liquidity already, and we have a bullish candle showing that we want to push up. We have a basing candle to base out. Then we are basing within the 5-minute previous demand, also the 5-minute supply. So with the basing in it, it just shows that there's a little bit of strength to still hold within this area, even though we rejected right here. But right here, we did have a nice push off of that said sweep of liquidity. And now we have bullish closure above that previous demand and the previous supply. Actually, we don't have a close above the previous supply yet, but it looks like we're actually going to have some continuation from there. So let's see if we get it. It's about to be 10 points in profit. It's not too bad. But here we are finding that rejection of that previous supply. Yeah, I don't like this small candle, but I wanted, if this closed green, that would have been nice, but I guess we could use it as, I think people call it a pin bar, or I don't know what they call it, but they call it something. Hey, what's up, Lorenzo? Happy Thursday, my friend. Happy Thursday. Okay, that's 10 points profit right there, so could have easily taken that off. I think a nice push right here into this 33 would be pretty clean. If you get a push into there, and then we have the wick of the 5-minute supply to worry about at 37, I think that might be pretty interesting to see like what happens between this range right here. Get a crazy rush up, or if we get an immediate rejection to continue the lower highs and lower lows. So I think once we get into this 33, I'll probably move stops, or my one stop, my one stop to break even or something like that. There we go. So we're starting to have a little bit of that push. What level is this again? 34. I want to see it here because this is real time. This is faster versus trading view. It just lags. Okay, 27, 28. Could be a nice push here. I don't want to see any weakness too much from this area because 27, 28s are usually good areas to exit or enter positions. Okay, we're having a little bit of 27s, 28s. even on the DOM, you can see all these orders here. So, and you'll notice that in general, like when you do your trading, if you look at DOM or like numbers, the volume, 2728s always have a lot of whatever it's called. Okay, so we have a nice sweep of that. So let's see how we react to coming up to 37. How are we going to react when we get to 37? Okay, let's see. I think 17 is valid. Oh, this is a 1 minute. Oops, hold on. Let me go to the 5. 37s, we're waiting. It's at 32s right now. Give me one more push into 37, my friend. And I'll move stops right here. You better go. Where's my arrow? Hold on. Let me put my arrow right now. Y'all know I love this arrow. Uh-oh. You know what I mean? Oh no, that is not what I wanted. Where is my arrow? Arrow. That's right. You better recognize. You better go tap this guy. Come on. Come tap it. Come tap it right now. Come tap him. Up here. Just go up here. Up, 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 up. Oh man, that's funny. This dude is so annoying. Alright, so 27s, 28s are still holding it down. Yep. Yep. She's being annoying. We just want this right here. We literally are looking for this right here, but looks like it's not our time to shine. Let's see if we can hold this area still, this breakout here. We have less than 2 minutes on this candle though. So all right, Sarati, Morningstar or Hammer Candle. Oh, that's what it's called. Good to know. That's a Morningstar or a Hammer Candle. Hammer Candle. I like the name of that, Hammer Candle. Prairie Kid 238. Yeah, dude, literally same. I just want to tap of that wick. Get a tap of that wick and see how we react, you know? But I still feel like this is a pretty strong 5-minute supply that could hold us down. Potentially, right? Potentially. Oh well. Looks like we might not be able to get it. Hammer Candle. I wonder if this is where you would add another contract, because we got a nice pullback back into it, you know? The only thing is we didn't close above the demand to reclaim it. Like the previous demand, which would be like now support. I wanted a nice close above it, not just a wick. Should I add one in, guys? I mean, it is only demo. Maybe you could take one off at 34. I'm trying to learn how to scale into this position here. Let's see. I think I'll probably add one buy limit. We can come into this guy right here. 207. Yeah, no, see, we completely rejected. We have a 5-minute close lower. We need this to hold. Otherwise, I think it could get like a nice sweep down here. Oh. Alright. Let me close my Twitter out. October 9th. Tradeify's flash sale, it's 40% off the growth accounts. Let's see. Oh, my funded futures. Oh, nice. I actually forgot that I have a rebill for my funded futures. Nice. Okay, let me, maybe I'll trade that tomorrow instead. So far, we're holding. So far, we are still holding. Break even. Yeah, this is like the only 5-minute demand that's valid to me compared to this one. So we would definitely, in my opinion, to reclaim back above 26. I mean, let's see if we can hold this. Let's see if we can hold all of this right here. $2.16 right now. How are you guys doing? How's everyone's day so far? Let me see. Stream settings. Just do horizontal. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, my stream was looking weird there for a second. Is this an inverse head and shoulders? Shoulder, head, shoulder? Potentially. Or potentially not. Yep. She is moving so slow right now. 211. 209. Maybe we can get a wick test here or something. Off of 200.5. Let's see. Let's see how we react when we get to 200.5 right here. Because, in theory, this can also be a potential. Yeah, it'd have to be down here, which is, where is this at? 82. Let me adjust this accordingly. And then move this guy there. And then now we have to move this up. Okay, if we get a tap back here into 200. So, let's see. Limit. Let's see if we get a tap into it. Alright. This is me just lollygagging, not gonna lie. Whoa. Whoa. What is this? Whoa. That thing was like glitched out. I don't know if you guys saw that. That was so weird. So weird. Am I tripping? Let me go back into the stream. Was I the only one that saw that? I think I might have been the only one that saw that. Oh, no, it was there on stream too. That was so weird. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can pull it down. This actually has no wick at the bottom of this candle. So, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I'm telling you, we still have lower highs. Lower highs. Can we have a lower low? And if we have a lower low, what makes it valid? What would be our target then? Would it be just coming down to 160s, 156, back at previous support and resistance? 156. Anything is possible. So let me just leave this right here at the wick in case we get a wick test. If we get a wick test, cool. If it fails, it fails. I don't care. This is good testing here. All right. Well, let me delete this guy. All right, sweet. Yeah, Sarati, same. Good when I'm following my plan, for real. And then, especially if you follow your plan, you get paid for it. It's the best combo ever. You also have bearish bias, still do. Yeah, dude. Yeah, right. It just everything makes sense for bearish bias. For me, right, even like right now, before reading your comment, I'm still seeing the lower highs and potential lower lows. I think right now I'm just looking for, as a demo trade, seeing if we can do a reclaim of the 5-minute demand, and also having this kind of consolidation area right here, this demand and this strong push up. I would like to see a reversal back into at least the 15-minute orb level, if possible. But if not, that's fine too. We all saw that this is just a demo account since I'm done with my live and all my other funded accounts too. So, very happy about that. Very tricky spot for sure. Yeah, Sarati. I agree with you. It's like, okay, is price going to continue to consolidate? Are we going to get a bounce from here and go higher? Is it inverse head and shoulders? Or is it going to continue lower highs and lower lows? Price is so funny. I mean, it is 11:37 a.m. PST as well, my time. So, yeah, I don't personally want to be trading around this time, but I am trading just because I want to hang out with you guys on stream, and I'm only forward testing at this point, so I don't see why not. James, what's up, James? Happy Thursday. How do you deal with green over trading? Oh, I'm sorry about being up and then ending the day red. All of us have 100% been there. I would say that obviously every person is different, first and foremost. So what might work for me or someone else may not work for you. But to answer your question, the way that I personally deal with over trading is, well, this is a great example. Number one is I'll switch over to a demo account, and it doesn't necessarily beat the habit of over trading, but it definitely does help with taking away from trading on accounts that don't need to be traded anymore is one thing. And then also the second thing is it still allows me the ability to test out my strategy or test out a potential strategy or just read price in real time. So there is, in my opinion, some benefits of switching to demo to avoid the over trading, not to beat the habit, but to avoid it for at least that day or whenever it is. So that's the first thing I'll do, or one of the things I'll do. The second thing that I would do when it comes to like over trading, and honestly, the greed part, is reading my piece of paper I have next to me. I talk about this paper quite a bit actually, but on this piece of paper, it's listed out very clearly why am I not getting enough payouts? Because I get payouts. I've gotten a payout every single month this year except for January. But it's also not that it's not enough, right? But why am I not making more, right? Why can't I just be making like 10x, 20x, 30x? And so the paper explains that part. It has very clearly what my system is to become super duper profitable consistently. And then also my two main playbooks that I use for trading. I have it on the wall, I have it in hand, and I also have a digital copy. And reading it, surprisingly, whether it's before my session, during my session, if it's in the middle of a trade, if it's before my trade, if it's after my trade, just reading it, for some reason, kind of clears my mind a little bit. And it reiterates and emphasizes the things I do wrong. So if I'm in a trade and I'm about to exit the position like I did earlier, I shouldn't have exited so early. Had I been smarter to read my paper or like actually like do something about it, then it would have helped me like it has before with not exiting the trade sooner, or not moving my stop loss sooner, or not YOLOing into a trade, you know? So I don't know if that might help with you for you, but having like a physical copy or even a digital copy that you make sure you read before, during, even after your session, it could help with constantly reaffirming to you like what are the things you need to work on and what are the things that work for you that help you with getting payouts or help you with staying funded or help you with taking winning trades or following your system. And the third final thing would be that um, with the whole greed and over trading part, I don't do it often anymore, and it's something that I do want to consider to get back into, but it's journaling. And journaling as far as like emotional journaling or things in my head that I'm thinking about. It doesn't have to be technical analysis journaling where you're taking screenshots of your trade and talking about why you exited and why you entered and why you even took it. It's more about what am I feeling right now? What's going through my mind? Am I thinking rational? Am I on the edge of tilt? You know, it's all of these random things. It could also be about things outside of trading. It could be about your family, sports, whatever is literally going on in your life. Journaling, when I was doing it very, very consistently, helped me so much with my mental shift. Like, I can't even put into words how much it helped me. Not everyone is a journaling kind of person as well, but I think as long as you are able to find a way where you are actually expressing what you're feeling and expressing what you're thinking and what is going on in your head, that's the key part. So it could be talking to a friend, you could call a homie up, it could be in Discord with other traders, it could be here in live stream, whatever it is. But I think by letting it out, believe it or not, helps a lot. The best analogy that anyone can ever give is if you think about a soda bottle or a pop bottle, whatever you want to call it, depending where you're from. But if you have Coca-Cola inside of a 2 liter bottle and you shake that thing a lot for years, let's say, I don't know, months, weeks, days, eventually that thing is going to burst. It's going to blow up, right? Especially if you open the cap and you finally let it out. In trading, and I'm pretty sure a lot of us can relate to this, is there's moments where you can feel emotion. And it doesn't have to be angry, it doesn't have to be sadness, it doesn't have to be frustration. It could be any type of emotion. It could be joy, right? But when you finally let out a little bit of that emotion from that like super shaken, messed up bottle that is full of Coca-Cola, it's going to burst. So that's why it helps with sometimes pouring out from that Coca-Cola bottle, which, you know, the liquid, the Coca-Cola is in reference to like your thoughts and emotions and stuff. When you pour it out into a cup, you're slowly releasing some of these things so it doesn't stay bottled up. So those are like the main three things that I have done and that I am doing now that has helped a lot. I'm still human, I make mistakes, but literally, yeah, that's what I do, and it's been helping. So I hope that helps a little bit, James. Let me know if it does. But overall, the last thing I'll say, my friend, is it's okay to have ended red. If you still have the accounts, that is still a huge blessing, and you still have opportunity to keep trading, you know, to make back. No, I'm not going to say it like that. You still have another opportunity to trade and to follow your system next time and to stop trading, you know. So just the next time you start executing on those accounts or whatever accounts you end up having, just do your best to remind yourself of this moment so that you could learn from it and next time don't do it. Even if you end green next time or red next time, like know when it's time to stop, you know? But you got this, my friend. You got this. It's okay. How you feel is valid. How you feel is real. And how you feel is very relatable to a lot of us traders. So it is totally okay. Just the best thing you can do though is just to learn from it, right? That's what everyone says. So you got this though. Don't give up just yet. Don't beat yourself up about it. Sarati, yeah, 230s, right? Literally, I want this. I need this to hold. I really need this to hold. Like this thing, this whole thing right here, in order for it to be bullish. But until then, I mean, we're just kind of hanging out right here. So let's see. Let's see if we can start having a new higher low, right? Because if we can break up here, that would be a higher low, but that will still fall in line with the lower high. So we do need it to break and hold above the 30s. You are so right. If it could stay like here, I would say something like that. So let's see. Let's see. Amelia, I only take 1 or 2 trades a day. After that last trade, I close my platform. So I'm turning off the train computer. Dude, Amelia, good for you. Like, that's a type of discipline that is so, so cool. And it's so respected, I think, in this space. Because whether it's 1 or 2 trades or it's 50 trades, it's your ability to be able to turn off the computer and completely walk away no matter what. And that's so, so freaking cool. I give so much respect to you for that because it can be hard. Like even right now, obviously, my channel is primarily about trading, and I wanted to live stream today just so I can hang out with you guys and talk about my trades and just, be here with y'all. And I could easily stop trading, but because I'm a primarily trading channel, it's like, okay, I feel the need that I need to showcase trading while I'm on stream. So that's why I have this demo account pulled up. And I think that what I was saying earlier too is even if you are like if you're trying to not break, if you were trying to avoid over trading, then yeah, switch over to a demo account. Over trading on your funded or your evals, but then switch over to a demo account. It doesn't beat that bad habit of over trading. It just avoids it, right? So then you don't lose profits on your other accounts, or if you're in the red, you don't lose more drawdown or try to fight back for more. Instead, you're trading on a demo account that doesn't matter. But the root of that issue is that you're not getting rid of the habit. You're still acting on that habit of over trading. So for me right now, I feel like by me doing this, I am acting on this bad habit of over trading. But because I'm, again, reiterating, social media channel or content creator, and I want to have something on my screen, it only feels right to like do trading while I'm streaming. So I don't know if that makes any sense, if you guys see where I'm coming from, but yeah, I do respect you a lot though about being able to shut everything off and walk away because it is hard for some individuals to do that. So prayer kid exiting and come back. We should go up in the short term. Yeah, that'll be nice, right? I mean, so far we are getting this nice move, very very slow, but we have a higher low now being built, but it could easily be broken through again to come lower. So let's see what happens. Whenever you're tagged into the wick down here, so I'm gonna just take that off, and then from here, just seeing how we react on the 30s once more. If we can have a nice closure above it, move stops to break even or like near break even, and then see if we can get the final run up into this 5-minute supply. Let me see 50% of this real quick. Where's 50%? 250. Perfect. We're right below it. So I feel okay with the exit on that trade, on this trade. Happy Kids. I like your name. A lot of kid in the chat. We have Prayer Kid. We have Happy Kids. Hi, Jess. What do you think of the Apex 25K? The 1-to-1 PT to drawdown. Yeah, I think, yeah, there's no daily loss limit for the Apex accounts. So that's always nice that there's no daily loss limit on those. If there's a soft breach, I wouldn't mind those, but hard breach, daily loss limits suck. So, yes, I do think that the Apex 25Ks are pretty solid to start. I think one, if you're right, if you're new to the prop firm space, new to intraday trailing drawdown, it makes sense to go with the little one, especially with budgeting, right? Because it's the most affordable one. You don't want to put freaking, I don't know, like $200, $300 into your first ever account, end up realizing that that account is not for you or that firm's not for you. So I think that's a great start. I personally like the 50Ks better because I find that the drawdown $1,500 is a little bit low. Obviously 1-to-1 PT to DD is not bad at all. I think that's great, but I like to have a little bit more of a cushion when I trade. So with the 50Ks, you have a little bit more, even though the profit target is at 3,000. If you are a micro trader though, it's perfect. You can do great with it. Even if you are a mini trader, I've seen a lot. I don't want to say a lot. I've seen traders in the space through the Facebook groups and also just regular social media, where they use 25Ks and they're able to take in a max payout or take out multiple payouts and stuff. So yeah, I think it's a pretty solid account. All right, let's see. Where are we? Oh yeah, no problem, James. Yes, no problem. I hope it helps a little bit. Varun Deep. I don't understand your risk management. It should be a 1-to-1. This is a 1-to-1. My stop loss is not bigger than my profit target. Unless it is, then my mistake. But it should be a 1-to-1. As you can see here, right? Like entries. Here's the 1-to-1 risk to reward tool. 33 stop, 33 take profit. Um, but in any case, I actually have like so okay. I know earlier I spoke about how the basis of what I would like to shoot for is a minimum 1-to-1. I also explained that I'm very open-minded to having risk to reward of like 1-to-2, 1-to-3, 1-to-4, like the 1-to-4 I took earlier today. And I'm also open minded to have negative risk to reward, where it's maybe a 1 risk, but then your reward is less. It could be a 0.75, it could be zero point 0.8, it could be 0.5, whatever it is. It could be stop loss and profit. And obviously, that I don't know how the system calculates it, but stop loss and profit, if you get stopped out with only like 2 points in profit, that's, that's still technically like, I mean, yeah, you're in profit, but I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, it's still coming down, it takes you out. Anyways, so um, overall, I think with risk management depends on your strategy and it depends on the kind of trader that you are. The reason why I have an argument in favor of negative risk to reward is there's a trader on Twitter named Forex Mike. I'm currently in the trade competition with him. He's super cool. And also on top of that, like he's been one of the most consistently profitable traders in the space. And he has a negative risk to reward. Like 1 or 2 trades, he'll easily lose a bunch of the money he made with all of his small wins, but because he's winning more often than he's losing, he's still able to take out a lot of payouts. So I think he's a great example of a negative risk to reward trader. I've also seen like a few others in the space that I can't put the name to them, but you could see them all in the timeline if you are like a trading algorithm person on Twitter or on X. Then I also have the argument, obviously, for the 1-to-1s, right? I mean, 1-to-1, as long as you have a 60% win rate, you are profitable. And on average, 60% is, I'd like to think it's pretty doable, um, especially if you have a very basic strategy. I think it is doable. And I currently use a 1-to-1, and so far it's granted me payouts for September and October, and even prior to that. So that works, I think. It's very basic. And then obviously I have the argument for like when you go for a 1-to-2, 1-to-3, 1-to-4. So yes, your win rate might not be the highest when you go for those higher risk to rewards, but your winners will always take care of your losers. But obviously, it just depends. Again, it all comes down to what kind of trader you are. Are you a high frequency trader? Are you like a fast scalper? Are you someone that needs to hold forever? Are you someone that only wants big winners? 1 winner a week with 5 losers, where your 1 winner still takes care of all your losers. So there's no right or wrong trading, in my opinion. I think what really matters is does it bring you money home, from your trading, and does it match up to what kind of trader you are. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I think it should be a 1-to-1, unless I'm tripping. Do you guys see something different that I'm not seeing here? Happy kids. Yes, it is currently still 1 day pass. Let me pull up their, what is it called, their Discord right now to see if they made any changes to that, but it should still be a 1 day pass. Here we go. And yeah, so the 1 day pass is still going on. It's all the way until October 16th, so you have a full week basically. Where if you pass it, you also do have the lifetime PA fee of only $85. So that's any size account as well, which is the lowest, and I think that's the best deal that they have when it's $85 lifetime fee. So yeah. All right, guys. This is a bit slow here. I'm just just waiting. Literally, there's like not much to say besides we're just waiting for this to move. I just honestly want to see a nice strong push above this 30 area and then have a nice close above it for me to have conviction that we'll have a little bit of a higher high to push maybe into our TP. Otherwise, stops we are going to be trailed up tighter. So we'll see. Maybe it'll go break even at that point, but yeah. Prayer Kid. I don't look at R&R. I'm just following where should be pulled and pushed you. I like that. Dude, literally, I like that. That's so good for you. Yeah, I've seen some people do the same thing. Like they can give two craps about our R&R tool. They don't care about putting this up. I think this has been more of something that a lot of ICT traders do. A lot of them. Like they look at this like their life depends on it. And there's, oh, nice, beautiful. I love that. Keep it going. Don't act shy now. Keep going, NQ. But yeah, a lot of ICT traders use it like their life depends on it. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know? I also know that there's another content creator in this space. His name is FSP. He doesn't look at risk to reward like by putting on this tool. You know, he doesn't look at that at all based on when I've been in his streams. So he's a very clear example too that you are able to still take payouts. You can obviously still have a lot of winning days. He trades all of his accounts individually and he kills it without using this tool or not even caring about what, even without a tool, but looking at risk to reward. He doesn't look at that. He takes profit when he sees profit and whatnot and all that good stuff. So yeah, great examples. You know, you do what's just best for you. Thirst, make money with negative restore. I definitely believe win rate matters far more. Honestly, yeah. And then what Sarati P said, high win rate does build confidence. I'm with you on that. Like having a high win rate with my personality, I like to win. Like I like to have a higher win rate than I do about risk to reward. Hence why you guys see me doing more of 1-to-1s, sometimes 1-to-2s. And then my confidence is like so out of this world right now because of this 1-to-4 that I took. So, you know, I think that win rate is really important for me in my trading, and also having at least like close to that 1-to-1, if not a little bit negative or a little bit more. Like I'm very happy with that medium. So yeah, I think there was someone on Twitter, I can't remember his name, but he does have a low Jade Cap. There we go. Jade Cap, fellow Asian in the community. He's one of the goats in the space, as you may know him. He's taken out a lot of money from prop firms. And his win rate is not like 80% or 90% or 100%. He has a lower win rate, but his risk to reward is really good. And he's able to clearly capitalize and make a bunch of money and get paid out for it. And he follows the system, which is the biggest thing. And so he's also a great example of having a higher win rate, or I'm sorry, a higher R&R versus a low WR. There's like so many examples and like so many conversations that we can have about this type of stuff. And it's so funny because when I try to talk about this stuff with my friends, they're like, what are you talking about? Like, honestly, I don't even know. I just can yap and yap and yap about trading all day long. So I have no idea. No idea. But, yeah, it's trading is a beast of its own, for real. It really is. But it's so satisfying. Oh my God. I love being able to stream and talk with you guys about all this stuff. For like Happy Kids, Prayer Kid, Thirst, Sarati P, Verondeep, James, everyone, Amelia, do you guys know what your average win rate is? And do you find that it's, I mean, Sarati P already said that win rate is more, it builds confidence, and then Thirst already said that believes WR matters more. But what do you guys think matters the most? Is it win rate for you, or is it your risk to reward? Okay, we have a nice closure out here. I want to see one more push up. Let's see if we can hold this lower time frame bull flag, but more importantly, this 5-minute. I just want to see a continuation drive. If this was in fact another basing candle, or I should say, yeah, a demand right here. If this was in fact a demand, I'd want to see this being held. Okay, 1 to 3 on that little basic candle would be 244. I'd want to see this being held. So let's see if we can get that final push. I mean, technically it already did go up here, no? It was a 1 to 2. I think I'm going to go ahead and move stops up here. Let's see. We do have a higher low. We're trying to create a higher high. Let me see where this candle closes, and then I'll move stops. So let me keep it right there. Yeah, so I want to see where this closes, this next candle right here, and then we'll go from there for our stop. Do, 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 do. Feeling really, really patient with this right now. We're pushing 40s right now. I like that. Also, I was able to secure tonight, end of day, when everything is updated, I was able to secure some payouts with Tradeify. So thankfully, I still have my Lightning funded accounts with them. So that's pretty cool. I'm very happy about it. Yeah, that's it. There's not really anything else to say about that. But I did have one daily loss limit day that was hit. It was on Tuesday the 30th. Lost $3,800, and then from there I was able to rebuild back up, and now we are payout eligible. So I'm very, very thankful for that. Let me see if I can pull it up on the screen. Here. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay, very good. Close that. Great. That scared me. I don't know what happened. But yeah, here is my Tradeify accounts. Right now, Tradeify has 40% off the growth accounts, but these are the Lightning funded, so straight to sim funded options. But yeah, today locked in 1600. See, my win rate is not the best, but hey, like anywhere between 60 to 70% keeps me profitable. So yeah, balance is currently 159,212, and gonna lock in a payout for each one. Oh, we are about to hit TP here. So I do like this close we're having so far. Feeling pretty good about this now, honestly. So we're gonna go ahead and move stop right under this guy. There we go. It's about to run it. 44. It's at 244 right now. We're 4 points, 3 points from hitting TP. At first, I was not confident in the trade. As I was explaining earlier, I was not confident because I didn't like how we initially reacted here. But I still did like the bullish move to have the closure above this guy. So obviously, now that we're seeing that we have another demand being built and whatnot, having higher lows and now creating higher highs, that's why like by the end of this trade, still holding it, and I didn't change anything. That's why I held it for so long, because things started to really line up, made more sense. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna get it in this candle, which kind of sucks a little bit, but that's okay. Let's see if we get a retest back into this trend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles so far. About to hit TP. So close. Literally so close. 3 points away. So close. So close. Just wanted to just sweep up there. That would be great. I think I might do stops right here, right below this 1 minute demand. Okay, that's a bullish close right here. Or like it's a bullish candle because it closed blue. Thinking maybe I should move stops to like here. Yeah, I think here would be fine, right? Or maybe even below it. I'm trying to find a reasonable spot. But I think for now, I'll just move stops into break even, or in profit. Just leave it there for now. Okay, let's see. So we are at 245. We are right there, right at the neck. Okay, we're about to hit it. Nice little one-to-one. You're so close. Such a tease. Such a tease. Got to 47.75. What a tease. Silence is golden. Sorry, guys. I know I'm a little quiet right now. It's just I just want this to hit. It's just the satisfaction of it hitting. That would be everything for me. $41. Okay, let's just move stop right underneath the basing candle. We'll do it here probably. Because I do like this close so far. It's still holding. That means bulls are still holding. So I figured we should still be able to sweep up there. Nice win. If anyone took this trade, literally, nice win. Like, even if it doesn't hit final TP, still 20 points, 21 points right here. Or if you could just take it off now, get 30 points. So still a nice win on stream together. Good forward testing moment. I'm going to screenshot this after. Just got to be patient. And it's 12 p.m. PST right now. Oh my gosh, so close, dude. It's literally teeter-tottering. Okay, it's at 48. We just need half a point. And it's right there, dude. It literally is right there. It got to 48.25. Oh my gosh. I just need that satisfaction of it hitting final TP. Give me the satisfaction. Hit my TP. Hit it. Give me that satisfaction. Beautiful. All right, TP has been hit. So, pretty solid. That was a kind of a long trade, I feel like. Let's see. So, yeah, exit at 48.5. I don't know how to look at that demo trade. Over here. Orders. Buy 10.9. Yeah, so we initially, I wanted to add another contract in too, as you guys saw. So we entered at 215.5. And then stop loss was, where was stop loss at? That's 10.9. We had to buy. Oh, it's just those. Oh, here, filled. Nope, doesn't show me. Okay, well, I don't know where my original stop. Oh no, well, I can tell you where it was. I can look on the screen. But it doesn't matter. What matters is this was a good forward testing trade to show about reclaiming of a demand, reclaiming of a trend, higher lows, higher high, as well as showing a demand setup right here. It's an ugly demand, but it's a demand nonetheless because of the rally basing, rally rejection, but a reclaim over that said demand. So it's a two-in-one reclaim of demand. Previous demand, current demand, break above supply, held above supply, break above trend to reclaim, higher lows, higher highs. Simple as that. I know it sounds all maybe weird, mumbo jumbo. I have a feeling a lot of you guys understand where I'm coming from, but that's a win. Okay, let me. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my R&R tool so I can take a screenshot. Put it back. Put it back. Oh, darn it. Okay. This is gonna be... Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, okay. Nice. So the original stop was down here. Let me remove this arrow. Screenshots. Beautiful. Remove that. That's my screenshot. And then this was the actual trade because we had stops in profit already. So yeah, there we go. Beautiful. What a nice win. So okay, yeah, we're ending the day completely green. Took a payout here, taking a payout from Tradeify. I have my Lucid. I only have one Lucid funded account. I lost the other. I lost three, right? The three I had that were there at payout again for payout cycle 2. And then I bought another test account, passed it, was able to grow it. Now I'm like, I think a day or two away from my next payout on that one, and good to go. And then I need to buy another 2 evals with them. So those are, yeah, that's Lucid. Here's Tradeify. Here's Top One. And yeah, I think that's all the accounts I think I shared with you guys last on stream. And then my funded obviously is there, Apex, Trade Day, also the Trade Day competition, which I'll keep you guys updated on that right now too. And then I'm probably going to skedaddle, but where's my Trade Day platform? Trade Day. Trade Day. Okay, here it goes. Default. Okay, cool. So here is my Trade Day. Let me sweep it over. Okay, so it's definitely a interesting time on my trade day, but essentially yesterday, the day before yesterday, so 2 days ago, I had lost the trade day competition account. It was such a bummer. I was up and I was just, again, the same idea, chasing for more, just trying to be on top of that leaderboard. And then because of that, I was averaging in more than I should have. Not good. So then got a new account yesterday. Today's day 2 on it. And so far up about almost halfway to meet the profit target. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let me lock this out. There we go. So yeah, had to restart. So I'm not sure where I am on the leaderboard at this moment, but I took a look on Twitter because Trade Day has been posting the daily report of the leaderboard, and I think I'm number like maybe 12 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, but it's okay. You know, it's all fun and games. I'm still having a blast trading with these awesome individuals in the competition. It's fun bantering. And right now I'm hosting a giveaway with Trade Day, you guys. If you haven't entered, it's free for the 50K intraday eval. So it's in my YouTube community tab. So you guys are able to participate. It's all going to be on Twitter. So if you don't have a Twitter account, you can either make one, and it's free to make one anyways, and then you can enter it there. But next week for the next giveaway, I am going to host it specifically on YouTube. I will be doing a Trade Day account giveaway on YouTube, and I will be doing a Apex account giveaway on YouTube. It will be probably on stream for one of them, and then the other one would be like submit like on a form or something so that more people have time to enter and whatnot. So yeah. All right. So let's see. Let me go back over here. Where was it? Right here. This is my guy. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to cover. Let me check out the chat, catch up a little bit here. I know we were talking about win rate and risk to reward. So hey, what's up, Lens? Good to see you here. Happy Thursday. I still trade on Thinkorswim, no RR tools there. Oh, nice. Just took off like one contract. Now I'm looking for a top 255. Heck yeah, Prayer. I think you got your win there at the 55s. So if you took a contract off at that 37, 38, perfect time into the 5-minute supply, and then final TP up at 55. Gorgeous. Dude, literally back at the 15-minute orb. Solid, solid, solid. I'm at 65. Nice. That's a good win rate. Honestly, I'd love to one day get to 80%, but God willing, hopefully we'll get there. I scalp, but my win rate is 60% and my honor is less than 1, but usually can go into profit every day. Just need to practice locking out. Heck yeah, James. You see, like, the fact that you know what your stats are, and then the only thing that will help make that key change to taking those extra payouts or like to keep that green is just the locking out part, which is all obviously discipline psychology, but you'll get it. Like, you have the data to back it up. So I believe in you, James. Prayer kid, more of a win rate kind of guy. Doesn't matter. Yeah, for real. Good for you. Good for you. See my setup, take my setup. For sure. That's such a big thing. Yeah. Just if you see it, you take it. Lens, what is the best daily Lens? I have to email you back. Oh my gosh. I remember from my last stream you had emailed me that time. I need to email you back. I'm so sorry. What is the best daily withdrawal prop firm that you used? Best daily withdrawal prop firm would have to be Trade Day. Trade Day has been by far the fastest daily payout that I've ever received. By far. So again, like to reiterate, daily payout not meaning that there's like those trade day windows and a certain time you can request a payout. Like no, like on a day-to-day basis, if you can request money, trade day has been the fastest by far. I've gotten my payout within, I think, I posted it on YouTube, but I think it was like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, sometimes an hour. And then other times, hey, I'm sleeping, so it's fine, a few hours, like 3 hours maybe, but I'm sleeping and I wake up and the money's in my rise, so it's ready to be withdrawn directly into my account, my bank account. So yeah, trade day is by far the fastest daily payout. I'll say second in line to that would be probably Take Profit. Yeah, Take Profit Trader. I haven't traded with them since September, but yeah, Take Profit. They have, I think, second best fast daily withdrawals because they take, like, if you request it at market close, it's usually midnight where they'll approve it, and then it goes to your wallet, and then from your wallet you have to like do that whole thing, and then you can move it to your bank. So on average, it's like a good 12 hours after you request it, and that's just like it's not like life or death, not like I need that $200 right away, but if we're comparing time frame, like trade day 30-40 minutes into my rise and directly into my bank account immediately with Trace, you just can't beat that with daily payout and then Take Profit is 12 hours, so then the morning the money comes into my bank account. Like again, it's not life or death, but speedy wise, trade day for sure, 100%. And then third, just because I've only had a few daily payouts with them so far, I can't really give you a real average amount of time with them, but top one, obviously I have my live account with them. So I requested on stream with you guys, as you can see on the picture there, my win, and yeah, I haven't gotten any updates yet. So it's been an hour since I requested it. So yeah, that kind of just, I don't even know how, like anywhere between 8 to 24 hours they say. So that's why they would be third for now until I have different speeds. The first payout I ever took with Top One was about 2 hours on a daily payout. The second one was a few hours, and then the third one, how many payouts have I taken with them actually? Let me see. Oops. I just realized I have to put it here because I have to log in on my personal information. Okay. Yeah, so I've only taken two daily payouts. So yeah, one took about 2 hours, the other one took quite some time, couple hours, and then the one right now has only been an hour. That I'm still waiting for it though, it's still pending. Okay. Where are we at? Mix ITFX. That's a interesting name. Mix It Forex. You trade 1 hour in every trade you take, or it depends. Normally, I target a 1-to-1, and then that's like my on average 1-to-1. But there's moments where I do shoot for more. It just depends on how many contracts I have on, if we have the momentum for it. Depends on the setup, because there's some setups where you have a nice pullback to show strength off of a demand or off of a supply, so like based on the confluence and the momentum of that candle too, that there's going to be more of a push past your 1-to-1. Then I would target like a 1-to-2 or like a 1 to a 1.5, or just trail my stop loss. Obviously today's trade was a little bit different because of my 1-to-1 being so big. It was 48.5 points originally, but then eventually it became, it's lagging. But then eventually it became 15 point stop and then still a 65 point winner. So you could say it was a 1-to-1, but as I adjusted my stop, then it became a 1-to-4. So yeah, that's why it depends. Because there's also multiple opportunities to have taken off the trade. Could have taken it off once here, one, two, three times here, four times, five, six, seven, eight, nine times, all these times included. There's so many opportunities to take it off. So, hey, what's up, Pine Tree Trader? Let's go, guys. Shout out to Pine Tree in the chat. It's good to see you. Yes. I'm dead. If it was a stop, it would have hit. Heck yeah. I'm so happy that the TP hit and we were able to celebrate that together. Did you take that trade too, Pine Tree? The trade is still going up too. Like, who knows how high it can go up? But maybe even it could go up 50% of the range today. Which, oh wow, that's a lot of craziness going on there. Let me move that because you guys can't see too much mumbo jumble. It's gonna look crazy. But let me do this. Here, 6:30, low of day. Oh, 50% was 248. So that's a great 50% range play if anyone took that up there. I think Prayer Kid said he took it. Yeah, Prayer Kid, 25248, nice 50% of the range play. Love that. Thailand Rides, that's a cool name. I do not trade on gold too much. You know, funny enough, I saw a streamer, no, not a streamer, I take that back. I saw on Twitter the other day, and this is part of why I lost my Lucid funded accounts, believe it or not. But this trader had, was sharing out a signal, and silly me, being going into my unprofitable demon self, I acted on that signal, and had I left my stop where the guy or girl said to leave it, honestly, it would have hit. Profit target would have hit. But because I acted on the signal, I was acting off of emotions and acting off of P&L, right? That's obviously all connected there. You can see what happened. And essentially, I exited that trade. Then I re-entered it. Then I exited. Then re-entered anyways. So that was the last time I traded on gold a few days ago. And then before that, it's been a while. I'm not really a gold trader anymore. I really like NASDAQ as my number one. And then my backups are either ES or the YM. Prayer Kid, create a range, come back in, bullish all day if we came back. Nice. I'm glad that your trade worked out for you, Prayer. Let's go. You were praying, right? You were praying for it to hit. Let's get it. Sarati, I do not stream every day. It's honestly just random. The last few weeks I've been streaming more often than usual, but it's because I've just been having fun with it, and it's been a great way to chat with the community, hold myself accountable on some trades, talk about my trades, take live trades, talk about the playbook, just everything training related. So it's been nice, and it's honestly been really fun. So, Simon, yeah, I can let you know the why I entered where I did. So, you can also go back in the live stream, but basically, I got into this trade because of a few things. One, we had swept a bunch of liquidity already. So that in itself helps me just a little bit of confluence, just one kind of alignment. I don't always look for that, but it's something that I know from my experience of using imbalance strategy, of using the different sessions before, and how sweep of said sessions or different liquidity levels can, have a reaction with price, right? As you would imagine. So we had a sweep of liquidity. Second thing is we had a previous 5-minute demand that was right here. We also had a kind of not the best, but a 5-minute supply here. And then we formed a 5-minute demand. We've created a 5-minute demand right here. And then we created the first basing candle of it with a base rally. So I'm going to remove this because it looks a little crazy. So super liquidity, 5-minute demand, 5-minute supply, 5-minute demand, and basing candle, right? Those are things very obvious to just point out. And so with that, I'm like, okay, I want to see a continuation to reclaim the 5-minute demand. I want us to reclaim the 5-minute supply, and I want us to continue to hold with strength above the 5-minute demand down here. So that's what we did. We had a what is it called? We had this move down. So we have a push off of, it didn't go into the body of the candle, but it came into the wick of it. So we had to push into it with a nice close above. And then we had what I wanted to see was I wanted to see a closure above this area to confirm that this area of interest, this basing candle, this new 5-minute supply created right here, and this 5-minute basing. So there's basing, 5-minute supply. A lot of things going on here. A lot of left and like up and down range moment here. Call it consolidation, if you will. I wanted to see a close above that range, and then I wanted to see us breakout, retest and breakout. So that's exactly what we did, right? We got the reclaim of the 5-minute supply here. We got the hold above the basing as well as a hold above this basing. We had a strong hold into the 5-minute demand, and we have a reclaim of the 5-minute supply previous. So when supply and demands are broken through, they are normally, in my opinion, support or resistance. So in essence, I just want to see a reclaim of previous support, previous resistance, and I want it to now become a new support. So we did break out the first time, and I did have this line marked out saying that I want to see a nice move above this and I wanted to see a nice closure above here, 27s, because I was saying 27, 28 was a strong level to break through, which you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times before we finally had a strong closure above it. 26 to 28, I wanted to see a nice move through it. But most importantly, I wanted to see this liquidity get ran and see how we react from here. So got that break, got the retest, and then from here it was a downtrend breakout. Also, mind you, we had a nice closure above the 26 to 28 level, and we had a nice closure above the 30s, which is where our liquidity was stacked. We have a retest, and from there the rest is history. So that's the entry, the reasoning for it, and then kind of what I was reading as like in my head as price is moving. So I hope that makes sense, but that's how I see it. And essentially, I forgot to mention the most important thing too. Not only was it a downtrend break, but we're having lower or higher lows and we're creating higher highs. This was the first higher high right here, in my opinion. Not this one, but this one. Just because it's not picture perfect, right? It's not picture perfect, but it is ever so slightly, almost equal, but ever so slightly higher. So this one is sitting at 224. This one right here is sitting at 225. It's only a point, but it counts. So in my opinion, that's a higher high. It could always reject, right? Obviously. I was waiting for that pullback too into this wick. I wanted to pull back. I had a buy limit here. But it's still a higher high in my opinion. So now I'm like, okay, if this is a higher high, I need to see a higher low. And that's exactly what we created here. I'm like, okay, like there's no need to move anything. I'm just going to leave stops where they are until we finally have a new higher high and then go from there. And then my motion started kicking a little bit right here when we got close. As you saw, I was like, oh, just give it to me, like satisfaction. And I was starting to like waver with my stop loss. But I'm still very proud of where of how I handled that. Because I could either be stop loss in profit, and then it could swing up, or obviously just swing up. It's still a win at the end of the day, and I still followed the original plan, and it worked. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions about that. But that's the reasoning behind my entry, how I read price, and what I was looking for. Barlow. That's a great call out. That's a great question. I think that at the end of the day, all the competitions that you're seeing on social media, whether it's with Trade Day or Ninja Trader or BDHs, I know there's another one going on, maybe like another 2 or something. Those are the only ones I can recall right now. All the competitions you see at the end of the day, if not most of the competitions that you'll see with trading, just it's always going to be relative to profit. I think that the kind of competition that you're looking for definitely comes down a little bit more with the nitty gritty, but with the current competitions you'll see, even with like the Robbins Cup, it's to bring attention, right? It's to bring attention, it's to bring eyes to whatever company is hosting it, or to also potentially the traders that are joining in it if they want to grow from said competition. And also the prizes. So the only way you can really win a prize is if you have the most amount of profits, because if you're comparing win rate, some people have 30% win rate, other people have 100%, okay, 80% win rate. Some people have, negative risk to reward. Other people have 1 to 10 risk to reward. So from there, it's a little bit harder, I think, to to find a winner per se based on all like the metric that you're listing, which I totally get it. But with profits, you're able to actually find, okay, who made the most money? Simple as that, you know? So, um, yeah. But that's a great question though, Barlow. Let's see. Vijay, new firm. Have you been looking at any firms, any one-time fee firms you recommend? Great question. So I have not been looking at any new firms. The ones I've been sharing recently are the main ones. So as usual, that's going to be my funded futures, Apex. Whoops, sorry, my thing loaded weird. My funded futures, Apex, Trade Day, Lucid, Tradeify, and then recently I got a new funding ticks account because I had some extra points. So I used those points and I got a funding ticks account for free. So yeah, but those are the main ones I'm trading at this moment on top of Top One as well. I forgot to mention Top One. I have the literally the live account right here. I don't know why I forgot them. So yeah, those are the main ones I'm trading with as of this moment. But all the firms I've ever like that I do have on my description and stuff like that, I've traded with every single one. I've taken payouts with pretty much almost all of them at this point, except for funding ticks and one more. I think. I think I got a payout with all of them actually. Let me see. Oh, and Alpha Futures. Those are the only two firms I have not gotten a payout with yet at this time. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. I'm trying to check right now. Payout. Yeah, that's the only two firms at this time that I promote and that I have not gotten a payout with. So yeah. So not any new firms I'm looking at. I will say that Funded Next has reached out to me for like a collaboration, some type of partnership, and I've been so bad about getting back to them. So I'll send them a message today, see what kind of situation they want to have handled. Because I have taken a payout with Funded Next. I just didn't upload a video about it, but I did post it on the YouTube community tab. So they are a firm that I do also would recommend, but nothing new per se from the ones I've shared. For one-time fee, Lucid is a one-time fee, which I love them. I've been talking about them, so they're a great one-time fee company. And I think Funded Next is also a one-time fee company, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, because I haven't traded out with them since my last payout. So yeah, it's been a little bit of time. It's been like a month, I think. But I am planning to get some more accounts with them. I'm hoping holiday they have some sales so I can pick up some new accounts and go from there, and then maybe do a partnership with them to give free accounts to you guys. So yeah, I think those two firms, Lucid and Funded Next, are the only two. No, are they're the only one-time fee firms. Um, let's see. Where are we at? So I'm checking my email really quick here. Okay. Da-da-da. I'm reading through my email really quick here. But anyways, okay, Nancy. Let's see. Nancy, what is your understanding? Dude, investing long term is so important. I just recently started to do automatic, not investing, but into my high yield savings account again. Got to prepare for taxes, unfortunately. But yeah, I think that like diversifying your money is really important. It could be hard, especially if like you are tight on money. I've been there. I've been in the dumps before, and it's very challenging. There was a lot of times I had to do DoorDash, and I think DoorDash was my main one actually. I think I signed up for Uber Eats or Grubhub to be a driver, but I never actually did those two. I got like the free little tote bag for like when you pick up food and stuff. I think it was Grubhub. I think Uber Eats was too much work. But yeah, but I never did the actual Grubhub. but I did DoorDash, and that was like for times where I needed gas or I needed like lunch, because I was struggling. Like I just didn't have the money. So there's other times I did it just because I wanted to have extra money, like an extra $50 doesn't hurt to have extra $50. So there's plenty of times where I've been in the dirt. I've had negative checking account balances before. I've been in bad debt before. Like I've been through a lot of financial things in my life too that I don't share on the internet because these are just things that I don't want to share and I don't think I need to share. Um, but thankfully, as like I've gotten a bit older, I finally understood the importance of like investing. When I first heard about the stock market, I didn't realize about long-term investing. I only thought about short-term and like day trading and what it takes to take money out right then and there for instant gratification. So finally, when I got into like a real big girl corporate job, is when I started to really pour a little bit more into my Roth IRA, or was it my 401k? No, it was my Roth. Um, and yeah, so I think investing is really important, especially when you come from no money. Like I was on low income. We had food stamps. We had qualified at one point for Section 8 housing. We were supposed to get actually a Section 8 home, but unfortunately we had to move because the landlord that we were living under at the time, I don't remember if they kicked us out or they wanted to rent out the room to someone else or they were remodeling. I can't recall for the life of me, but we definitely had to leave. And so, we left, and then that Section 8 housing was in that county, that place, that area we were living in. So when we moved to a completely different city, completely different county. So we no longer qualified for it, and we lost Section 8 housing. Then we had to find a small apartment for me and my immediate family. And like coming from no money and barely eating good foods, like we had to eat rice and soy sauce for dinner sometimes. We had to eat rice with mango, rice with banana, just anything to get by to have a meal in my stomach. My mom tried to make it happen. So coming from a background like that, and then finally learning about financial education, and then also again, like I went through some stupid stuff as a younger teen, or not younger teen, a young adult, where I spent money erratically with whether it was shopping or with my scholarship or whatever. So I was not smart with money. So come to today now, I'm very thankful that I have an investment portfolio, and now I have a little bit more money to my name where I can actually afford to eat good food and buy nice clothes and do things that I want to do, from obviously working corporate, obviously social media, and obviously from trading, all the things combined, and then my other business stuff too. It's been nice. It feels different to be at this point now, and I just hope to continue to grow from it and be able to share my wealth with my family because they come first before anything else. So I don't know why I got into that, but yeah, I think it's important to talk about investing. I think it's important to talk about saving for the future. It doesn't have to mean like saving to your 65 because you can die anytime before that, but just being more prepared for the future, whether it's a year from now or 2 years from now, like working towards that is important. It's very important. And a large reason why I feel so passionate when I talk about these things is not only because of where I come from and the friends that I have and where they come from and just all the things, right? All the things that we see on social media too. But one of my bigger purposes in life is to be able to share like knowledge and share like what I've learned and all that stuff to people that need it. Like I said, like I didn't have financial education, so I want to be able to share that type of stuff with people that should know about it. You don't have to wait till you're like 20 or 21 or 23 or 25 before you start investing. You can start young, and that can change everything. And I hope that I can share that with people in the future when I get to that point, obviously. So, anyways, yeah, no problem, Simon. I got you. So logical and well reasoned, so it's hard to imagine going to tilt or not following rules. You're so funny. Yeah, honestly, it's really really interesting for me how everything sounds so very sound and logical when it comes to reading price, when it comes to what I see, and when it comes to like my strategy. It all makes sense right on paper, and just telling you exactly that. But the part, like as I've like shared with you guys before and on like past stuff, is my psychology is like that is literally the enemy of my journey right now. And so I know it sounds funny, like not being able to picture me. Being able to think that, like, it's hard to imagine me not following my rules, but that's literally the only problem I have is not following my rules enough. So I think that once I can like nail in that part, I will feel so much more better and take that next step in my trading. But until then, I'll let you guys know. Barlow, 6 business days. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, you see, it's so interesting with like the payment processors, whether it's like ACH or Rise or crypto or whatever it is, because it's always the payment processors that take forever. It's not the firm per se that takes forever. That's why with Trade Day, they're so fast with like issuing the approval of the payout from their side, and now it's just a matter of Rise to get it through. So if they approve their payout within 30 minutes, now it's like, okay, how long is Rise going to take to approve it? So obviously it could take 30 minutes, it could take an hour, it could take longer, whatever. But so far it's been fast. With Take Profit, the only difference with them is that I do ACH, so it's almost immediately the second I withdraw the money, but their approval process on the TPT side, that whole side in itself is the longest part because of the approval, the deduction from your account to the wallet, and then from the wallet to your bank. Like all of that in itself takes long. So, yeah. But I'm sorry, Barlow, that took so long. Jeez. I'm glad you got the money though. All right, guys. I think honestly this might be the end of stream because right now, I mean, we've taken a nice W together on stream, and I kind of already explained what happened with the rest of the accounts. Here's the demo one. So here's that trade. There it is. We made $600. Yay! um, but yeah, like we went through all the accounts that I've shared with you previously on stream. We did a live trade together. We talked about the trades, talked about some questions and all the things. We even took a payout request. So yeah, but that's everything that I think we needed to cover today and kind of like the fun that was included. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's stream. Do you guys have any more questions before I hop off here? Or anything else you guys want to talk about? Oh, oh, Rippy. Thanks for sharing. No, thank you. Thanks for even popping in. I appreciate you. Thank you. Honestly, um, I hope that you guys, I just really hope that you guys are doing well and are taking the grace that you deserve and giving yourself the pat on the back that you deserve because trading is hard. Like it's literally one of the hardest things to do because it's not just money, like the psychology of money, but it's also the psychology of yourself and learning to work on yourself, learning to grow within yourself, learning just all the things within yourself. It's harder than you think. It's easy. It's easier to clock into an 8 to 5 than it is to take the time to work on yourself to become better, to do better at this trading thing. And I see that from experience because I've worked corporate. I've worked many jobs since I was of legal age. Even before legal age of working, I was working for my uncle's restaurant as a sign flipper, wearing silly costumes. So it's easy to be told what to do and know what kind of money you're going to expect from it. It doesn't take any guessing work about, oh, show up at 8 o'clock, clock in, okay, do what exactly my job is assigning me to do, plus extra projects or whatever else they need from me, clock out. Unless your job makes you take home your work, then you take home your work. But you get what I'm coming at. It's easier to do that than it is to do trading. But the great thing about trading is, like, yes, you don't know the true results you'll get, right? You don't know your expected salary. You don't know, right? Especially if it's your first few years learning. Like, even for myself, I won't know. I have to just keep trying, keep showing up. And eventually one day it'll click so well that the amount of money myself and anyone else in the trading world can make is freaking out of this world. It's limitless, it's skyless, it's in space, you know? You create that number, or, you know, obviously you take what you can get from the market, but essentially there's no cap to it versus clocking into a job. So that's why I give you guys a serious like pat or a round of applause for myself and for all of you that have not only tuned in for the stream and been in the community, but also just being a trader. It's not easy, and it's foolish. It's so foolish for anyone to tell you that it is. Anyone that is telling you that it's that easy is lying to you and just trying to sell you something. It could be simple, but it's not easy. So, yeah, like, thank you guys seriously for everything. I wish you guys all the best. And, oh, last thing here, Vijay. No, I don't have any South Indian friends. Do I? Let me think. No, I don't. I don't. I was like, do I have any? I have a small group of friends, and none of them are Indian at all. Actually, wait, Vijay. I had a coworker who she's Indian. She actually went back to India this past like few months to be with her family. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if she lived here like her whole life or if she lived there and moved here. But in any case, she was the only Indian person that I knew. So sweet. She was so cool. She was literally a Cali girl just like me. But no, other than her, I don't have any like close South Indian friends. But I'm glad I said your name right. um, but yeah, thank you guys seriously so much from the bottom of my heart with all the support that you've given me and all the engagement you've given me. It means a lot. It genuinely means a lot, and it pushes me to continue to post, because there's times where I don't want to post, knowing that either it's a bad week or even on a winning week, like I don't want to really post about anything. But you guys keep me drived to keep on doing it because of your kind words that you say and like the support we show each other and just the authenticity we try to share for one another. And I think that's really important. I don't know or think that my channel will ever be blown up as big as other people, because some people do it for entertainment, some people do it for clicks and views and likes, some people do it mainly just so that they can whatever, right? But I hope that this channel can continue to be just a place for us to connect and talk, especially in live streams like this, and hopefully just, I don't know, grow together, basically. And that was the point of this channel to begin with, is to meet and grow with other traders, like-minded traders, and document my journey along the way. And I feel like so far I've been doing a great job of that. So yeah, we may not grow to be freaking 500 million people, but for the 10 like almost 11,000 people we have in the community, for the 60 people that have shown into the chat, for the however many people have popped into my page, like, it matters to me in the sense of it's someone that wants to like see the ugliness of my trading, see the ugliness of my ups and downs, and still want to be supportive of it. And it means the world. So thank you guys so much for everything. I love y'all for real, for real. Simon, thank you. And James, thank you. I wish you guys nothing but the best and the most success in all that you do. And I will see you all in tomorrow's video, also the trade recap video this weekend, and the next week's live stream. Catch you all later.